Alright, I'm gonna try something a little bit different for this special program, and I'll just explain as I go. So, very first thing that I want to mention before we even talk about the version 1.5 special program is they just snuck in a new character that went over most people's heads. Yep, check out this cutie right here. What the hell? Did you guys even notice that she was there? I certainly didn't my first watch through. So yeah, new drip market for version 1.6, I suppose. But yeah, so let's get into it. Alright, as you can expect, we're going to be getting a brand new special episode for version 1.5 with Astra and Evelyn, but you guys already knew about that. So let's go ahead and talk about their kits. So her kit is actually pretty dang simple. So whenever you play her, she uses an ability and then you can't move her. You might be thinking, okay, what the hell? Why would I ever use this character? But when she's in this state, she automatically dodges every single attack. And while she's singing along, she also buffs your teammates and they do more damage. Something also that Astra is bringing to the table is she is going to be our very first healer. Yep, we've never had a healer or sustain unit in ZZZ before. So this is going to be quite an interesting experience where she places long term, and I want to see where this goes. Whenever you use her ultimate, she does a team-wide heal and heals the entire team, and she also provides buff as you'd expect. So she is a character that isn't going anywhere. Alright, and for the second and final character that's coming up is going to be Evelyn, who is a fire attack unit. So she's going to be in direct competition with Soldier 11, but in all honesty, she's probably going to leave her in the dust. So she kind of reminds me a lot of Yelan and Kafka, and they actually even made a reference to Yelan while they were describing her. But her kit does seem pretty complicated, but there isn't a whole lot to it. Essentially, what it is after she does a certain amount of attacks, she increases her own crit rate, and then once she accumulates enough stacks, she does, I almost want to call it a follow-up, but it's a chain attack. She uses her chain attacks, and then she does a bunch of damage. So it's all about accumulating stacks so she can use her chain attacks. Also, something else worth noting is that Evelyn kind of has two different ultimates. So whenever you pop it for the first time, she enters an awakened state, so where she can gain stacks more quickly. And while you use the ultimate after she's in an awakened state, you get a different animation, and I would imagine it also does various different effects or does even more damage. So even though she's not an anomaly character, finally, she actually does seem like a character that can hang in with the other crew and dish out a ton of damage. So we'll just have to see. We also have one redemption code right here, Astronomical, and it's going to expire by the end of today, which is January 10th of 2025. If you don't put this in right now, it's going to expire and you won't be able to use it. So go ahead and put it in right now. Alright, let's talk about the real reason why people play these games. The gacha. And we finally have our very first reruns. So let's go over it. For phase 1, we have Astra as you expected. And our very first rerun is going to be Ellen Joe, with our 4 stars being Anby and Korn. And for the second half, we're going to have Evelyn. And our rerun for version 1.5 second half is going to be Anton and Nicole. Speaking of these characters, we also got skins. Astra Yao, Nicole, and Ellen Joe are all getting skins. So for the first skin, we have Chandelier for Astra Yao, and she looks really cute, wearing just black and white. Then for the second one is actually going to be Ellen Joe's school outfit, so something that we've seen her throughout the town. And then we have a free skin that we can get through an event, and that's going to be Nicole's skin, where she's wearing a bunch of pink, and I like it. So we actually have options, so we have more skins to play around with. Alright guys, we have a lot of events to go through, so buckle in. Some of them good, some of them pretty mid. So the first one is going to be a Bang Boo dance battle, so we just have to match the arrows and match the movements and then we win. However, this is an event that I am looking forward to. We have a Fall Guys Bang Boo event. Yes, so I really hope this is something that they keep into the game because I don't know how this hasn't been in the game yet. This actually looks like a lot of fun. And this is also how you get the free Nicole skin. So if you guys want to try something different while getting a free skin, because it's only available for a limited amount of time, then yeah, you definitely want to give this one a shot. There's also going to be a fishing event with Cheng Yi. So yeah, if you love fishing from Genshin, there you have it. There's also going to be an arcade event. There's going to be a Subway Surfer event. And there's also going to be a Vampire Survivor co-op event. Okay, I know it's a lot, but we're only halfway through. So let's talk about something fun. We are getting 20 free pulls. Yep, because it's going to be Chinese New Year whenever this update launches. So we'll be getting 20 free pulls as well as some extra polychromes. So thank you. Good change. Very much appreciated. Alright guys, let's rapid fire through this last couple of events. So we have a new tower mode that we can mess around with. There's going to be a combat picture event, Hollow Zero combat event with trial characters so you can mess around with. There's going to be a simple exchange event, so that's going to be very easy, free polychromes. There's going to be a 2048. I don't know if you guys remember that phone game, but there's going to be a 2048 event game. There's also going to be double drops as well, as you can expect it. Whew. And for the quality of life stuff, I'm going to keep it a buck real. There wasn't really a whole lot to talk about here. But they are going to be making weekly bosses faster to grind, so you don't have to do that pre-wave that you have to do before fighting the boss. You can just go straight into the boss fight. So, nice change. So this update was actually pretty par for the course that we can expect, especially after the version 1.4 that we got. There was practically a soft reboot of the entire game. That was basically like our Infinity War because everyone showed up and it was pretty damn good. So I can expect them to take like a patch off, maybe two. It's just kind of how these gacha games work. However, for version 1.6 or 2.0, whatever they have lined up, they definitely need to bring it a lot better than this because they can only afford one of these. So I'll give them this one grace period, but they better be bringing their A game for coming version 1.6 or especially version 2.0. So what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think it was good? What about the new character? Did you guys like the new character that they suddenly sneaked in? If you guys want to stay up to date with not just ZZZ, but just gacha news as a whole, then subscribe for more. And I'll see you next time. Later.